And welcome back to another part of Mass Effect or Brave Place. I do these intros differently every time. I should probably just like come up with an actual intro and just try to commit it to memory. Who am I kidding? I know I won't. Whatever. Recap. Last time we were going through each of the talking to the squad mates after the whole expose Sarah and become a Spectre sort of thing. Talk to everyone, showing you guys all the ship and the Mako, and then going over to Therum to go collect our last crew member, which is Liara. Now, we rescued her from a Krogan Battlemaster who wasn't really much of a problem. I mean, I'm a biotic, so all I had to do was lift him up into the air, and then the rest was cake. Now we're just gonna go through and talk to the crew again one more time, and then we'll get into working on some side missions. And these will help me and my crew level up and give us some better equipment to work with as we go through the game. As you guys saw, I did get my ass handed to me once by the armature. I need to level up quite a bit. Get some medical training so I can start using my fucking heal ability a lot quicker, as well as getting my barrier up to snuff. I mean, look at this, it's pretty pitiful. I've been just going all in on decryption for the sake of getting into loot boxes and shit like that, and electronics. I do want to get this overload. I already have overload, but I do want to get like advanced overload because it's really good. But I really need to start getting into stasis here. Or barrier, not stasis. I mean, stasis is a useful ability. No two ways about it. And Sentinel to get my pistol. I mean, the whole reason I'm not using my pistol that much right now is because I haven't put any fucking points into Sentinel. And I really should, because it does reduce the cooldown time of biotic and tech talents, such as my stasis, barrier, lift, throw, overload, that sort of thing. And I probably should be putting some into Spectre training. So I got to get this barrier up. Barrier is probably going to be the next thing that I'm going to be going full on in. Just get all this all the way up to master. Just because of how useful this ability is, and because I have no other protection. Unlike other classes in this game, I don't have access to shield boost, which I think Sentinel and I think Adept are the only ones that don't have shield boost. And I think it's because Sentinel's supposed to be like the support class, because I'm supposed to get into like first aid and medicine and all that stuff so I can heal faster. But, you know, we'll see. Let's go ahead and talk to Joker.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander.
Kind of full of
Lucky
yourself.
for you, I'm anything but average.
Yeah, I know.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
And there it is. Joker has a disease he was born with. He'll get into talking about it right now, but it is kind of like a tragic disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolik
Yeah,
syndrome.
of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
So this should be. It's noted that this only affects his legs. He does have Vrolik syndrome, but it's only in his legs. Like his upper body's fine.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I already did all that. All right.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, you seem so fucking like sad about that. Presley never says anything new, unfortunately, so I had no need to talk to him. Same thing with Adams, Engineer Adams, and the medic Chakwas. If you're curious about this room over here, this is just my personal room, my quarters. Nothing really going on in here. The captain's quarters, I guess you can say.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction. But we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yep.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element zero in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
He quotes, like, yeah, there's like quotations there. If you're reading the along with the subtitles, you can see the quotations there. Like, he's putting emphasis on these words for a reason.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using Mass Effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
So he hints that, well, he theorizes that a company intentionally blew up Mass Effect engines that released dark energy that infected their mothers at birth. So when he was born with biotic powers. They did this so they can get the kids with biotic powers to test on them, because biotics were a new thing back then. Remember, humanity has only been a part of the galactic community for like 30 years now. And all of this is relatively new. So Kaidan here is one of the first human biotics that that existed. Same here with Shepard, I think.
There were other kids in the same.
Although
boat.
Shepard had it much better than Kaidan did.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner, play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana, who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's more to it than that, but yeah.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
He's right. He does have his past more or less squared away. You get to learn more about it, but he doesn't. He's kind of made peace with everything in the past. Of all the characters that are on this ship, he's the one who's by far and away the most mature. Like he's already made peace with everything, what he's all about. He's just dealing with things as they come now. Over here is Dr. Chakwas. We don't need to talk to her because she's just going to say the same thing as she always does. But over here is Liara's quarters.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Now, Liara has a lot of, let's just call it baggage. And not just with her mother, Benezia. Recall that when I spoke about Asari who can mate with their own species? Well, we'll get into that.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
It's kind of like
We
telepathy.
share the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
So yes, Asari can mate with each other.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
So, to Asari, being called a pureblood is like, I guess, like the closest proximity that we have are whatever. The thing that we have probably closest to us is like a slur. So like a homophobic slur or a racial slur, that sort of thing. That's more or less what an Asari like Liara, who has two Asari parents, would be like if she was called a pureblood. And trust me, there are moments where other Asari will call others purebloods, and it is as much of a bitch fest as you think it sounds, because damn do they get bitchy.
Maybe she wanted to meet you, but couldn't. Something could have happened. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Yeah, sometimes that's not always the case. There is a side quest in the next game where it does show like the darker side of that. Like there is an Asari that you meet who lost her husband, and her husband was actually a human male, and she grieves for him much like any woman would or man would mourn the loss of their partner. It's not always philosophical or spiritual. I mean, sometimes they do just grieve.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
You have to understand, like, even like different cultures, sometimes they do just break off and do their own thing, and it's very similar to what humans do. It's not. Well, it's not what I'd at least in regards to this game. It's not like human nature as much as it is just like normal, natural nature of how each person, be they human, Asari, Solarian, Turian, Krogan, act and behave. A lot of them are dictated by their cultures, but like a lot of them whose personalities are dictated by their cultures, but not everyone is like that. There's a lot more individualistic ideals that you'll find in these games.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an airfield.
Oh, I never
shut
hear
down.
silence. I have like constant tinnitus,
I guess you
man.
don't have to worry about
Stupid
that
constant
either.
ringing in my ears. I hate it.
Old habits die hard. But it's more than just a
I've
silence.
learned to
This
ignore it
ship
most of the
feels so
time, but
empty.
you know, whatever.
It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true.
Don't
I'm
know
starting
what
to
you
wonder
got
if that's
till
what
it's
the pilgrimage
gone.
is really
And there's
about.
my phone.
It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
We've already spoken about this with her.
I should go.
See you later.
Adams doesn't have anything to talk about. Rex, my boy.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
Fair enough.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
I wonder how long Saren's been acting like this. Like, he couldn't have been always bad, right?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. Couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Damn, dude. Holy shit.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, sir. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I'm not gonna lock them in the sleeper pods for the whole trip, Williams.
I'd be more comfortable if they didn't have access to engineering and the CIC. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really.
Yeah, so you say.
Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Yeah, but doing the same fucking thing as them doesn't make you any better, it just makes you just as bad.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I come from a military family too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
No. The future of humanity is out here. There's so much we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I still remember my first field exercise on Titan. When we hit mud, the reality hit me. I'm the first person who ever stood here. Then my drill instructor kicked me in the ass. I went face first into the muck. He spent the next 5 minutes chewing me out for gold breaking.
Don't tell me you had Gunny Ellison. He's the only one I know who uses that word to describe shirking duty.
Oh lord, you went to the Makapod boot camp too? Yeah, Gunny Ellison's still reaming out recruits down there. Kicking ass and using words like inveigle and pusillanimous.
The fuck are those words? Holy shit. And they've called me a grammar Nazi. Holy shit. I don't even know what the fuck those mean.
I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Not everyone has a happy family life.
I know, but I'm not gonna bet she's on our side just because Benezia didn't hug her enough. I'll keep an eye on her. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
50,000 years to be exact. And Garrus.
How are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Poor guy.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
I'm more worried you'd be like Harkin.
Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
So Garrus is unique among your squad mates in that you can actually affect how his development goes in this game. He can either be Renegade or Paragon. Currently I'm trying to make him a Paragon like Shepard. I can do more Renegade options and he'll just be a loose cannon. All the characters here are unique in their own right, I guess, but Garrus is the most unique in that he has more... You can actually affect his morality, unlike the others who are just set in their ways. Like Rex, for example, is going to typically be Renegade. Tali is going to typically be Paragon. Ashley's somewhere probably more neutral, although Lynn tends to go more Paragon than anything else. Same thing with Kaden and Liara. Rex is really the only true Renegade among the crew. And Garrus too, if you allow him to. Let's see, any new stuff here I can add? No, it doesn't look like it. I don't really want to spend any cash just yet. I know I have 23,000 right now, but that's not really a whole lot.
Looking for supplies?
All things considered.
Let's see what you've got.
I can sell some stuff, I guess. Yeah, I'll just sell this. I'm just gonna sell all these off. I don't need any of this. I thought I did, but I don't think so.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
Okay, so I got 33 now. Yeah, 33,000. I can buy some new armor. Let's see. It's significantly better than what I'm currently wearing, and until I get a new not new, but upgrade my barrier, I'm just gonna have to rely on better armor. Lancer 3, not as good as what I'm currently using. Pistol, assault rifle. I'm not gonna be able to afford those. Yeah, I guess that's it for the time being. Alright, so we've talked to the crew, and I guess now we can just go about and do some exploring. I'm going to show you guys what the majority of... Oh god, the reused assets in this game are just horrendous. I wouldn't call this game lazy, but when this game was made back in, like... I think it released in 2009? Or was it 2007? Somewhere between 2007 and 2009. Anyway, so we're done here. I'm gonna start just exploring these other systems here. By the way, this is what's called... Let's just zoom out for a bit. So this is the Milky Way galaxy. These are star clusters over here. And each of these little individual places are called systems. This over here is... We're going to just head over here to the Sparta system and just do some exploring.
Message coming in. Patch.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay, well let's go take care of that real quick. So that's... We just got access to a new side quest. I know exactly where to go talk to her, though. I was going to explore Sparta real quick, but I want to get this first. I always skip this dialogue in other playthroughs. I haven't seen this dialogue in quite a while, because I actually usually just end up stumbling upon the quest itself, and then I go up to her, and then she asks about, like, hey, I have a job for you, and like, oh, I already solved your problem. And like, oh, well, thank you. And that's how I solve a lot of these problems. I just go to each cluster, I explore each of the areas, and then I stumble upon the quest line, and then I just, when I finally meet the quest giver, I just give them, like, I just tell them, like, hey, I already completed your request for you. I'm like, oh, okay, and then they'll just give me a reward for it. So yeah, you can complete quests early, before you're even given the quest, actually. Which I guess is kind of cool, but not always, I guess not always for the best. Now, I want to preface this by saying that even though Liara is all biotic strength, she does have some tech abilities. They're not, like, a whole lot, but she does have some. We'll go ahead and add Caden to the mix here.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley.
Let's go ahead and get Caden up here. Some decryption. Throw. Bro, do you even lift? Barrier. Liara. Scientist, yeah, see, electronics, she does have electronics stuff, like overload and stuff like that. She does have access to that. It's not perfect, like, she doesn't have decryption, unfortunately, so you can't use her for decrypting, but she does, at least has access to overload. Throw... Bro, do you even lift? Stasis. Unlock Singularity, which is just an all-around good ability. I guess that's fine for now.
Has the deck.
Ah, yes, Rear Admiral. Here comes more bigotry coming right at us.
10 hut.
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight.
Bullshit!
Experiment.
This is the best ship in the game so far.
Bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
I don't really give a shit.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits at element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop in.
Did this guy just say fucking stealth was
Normandy
useless?
can be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe.
How stupid
But
could you
that's not
be?
the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Sorry? Turians?
Dude, I got an Asari right
Thank you,
next to
Commander.
me.
You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment.
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
Guess I don't.
None, sir.
Very well. I don't agree with any of this, but your reasons seem sound. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard.
Oh, go fuck
Make us
yourself.
proud.
Fucking asshole. I guess I need more charm. Couldn't pass that test. Oh well. Not sure I'm gonna be able to pass the next one.
So, Liara, you've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
Well, I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
Oh yeah, this bitch. Really don't want to talk to her. Not sure I can't. Not sure I can pass the charm test yet for that one. If I couldn't pass Malkovich's, I don't think I can pass hers.
Show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you.
Heavy human armor, light human armor. Yes, I'll take this. And a logic arrest tool. This is way better than what I'm currently using. Guardian, Turian. Can't afford it anyways, so whatever. Light human armor. Not as good as Liara's gladiator armor. I guess we're just gonna have to... Oh, wait. Insufficient credits. God damn it. Alright, fine. Hold on, I gotta sell some stuff. Oh. I picked up light armor for, like, no fucking reason. This is pointless. I can afford this now. Alright. I don't have much cash left, but I can at least afford that. Light armor. Liara can get this armor now. I know Caden has been waiting a while with his old gladiator armor, but he's gonna have to be waiting a little bit longer. Sorry, Caden. I gotta level up one more time before I talk to this bitch over here. I always feel like under-leveled whenever I talk to people now. Playing this on normal difficulty is just so much easier. I mean, it should be, of course, but I mean, like, dialogue option-wise, because you can level up faster, get charm faster.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
What level are we at, by the way? 18. Okay. Okay. And here's another new
Commander
quest.
Shepard, I am Nasana Dantius. I see you got my message.
It sounded like you needed some help.
I do. My sister Dahlia is a crewman on the cargo vessel operating out beyond the fringes of the Traverse. Her ship was attacked by privateers. There were no reported survivors.
I'm sorry for your loss.
This is where it gets complicated. Last week, I received a message with her voice on it. Dahlia is alive. The rest of the crew was killed, but she was taken prisoner. The slavers demanded a huge ransom from me in exchange for returning her unharmed.
Why didn't the raiders kill Dahlia along with everyone else?
My sister probably told them who she was. My family's very wealthy, Shepard. They must have realized she was worth more to them alive.
Coming up with the ransom seems like the best way to ensure Dahlia's safety.
That's what I thought. I did what they wanted, transferred the funds to the account they specified. Only they never released her. They haven't contacted me since. I've made a terrible mistake, Shepard. I'm a diplomatic emissary. By law, I'm required to report any attempted extortion to CSEC immediately. But I was afraid for Dahlia, so I just paid the ransom. Now she's still missing. And if anyone finds out what I did, I could end up in jail.
Why would they put you in jail? You're the victim here.
Government representatives on the Citadel are not allowed to negotiate with terrorists. It's too dangerous. Paying a ransom would only encourage more kidnappings. I support the law in theory, but when I got the message, all I could think about was Dahlia's safety. I doubt they would actually send me to prison for what I did, but they would strip me of my post, and Dahlia would still be in the hands of the slavers.
You want me to find her and bring her back?
You only need to bring her back. I've already found her for you. I tracked the ransom payment through several accounts. Eventually, it led to a small mercenary band operating out of the Artemis Tau cluster. I need you to go to the Merc base, take them out, and bring my sister back. You shall be well rewarded.
Anything you can tell me about the mercs who have your sister?
Pretty much what you'd expect. Rough, dangerous, and well-armed. Nothing a Spectre cannot handle, though.
How'd you find out who was behind the ransom?
I have resources. Contacts and credits can go a long way, especially if you're willing to bend the rules. I already broke the law when I paid the ransom. This couldn't make things any worse.
I bet you're used to bending the rules.
Can't you hire someone else to do this?
I do not want to take chances with my sister's life. I need a Spectre. Besides, you operate outside official channels. My superiors cannot find out I never reported the ransom in the first place.
I don't do this for payment. Forget it. I'm not a full paragon. I'll just...
Don't worry. I'll bring your sister
I
back.
want a fucking reward.
Thank you, Shepard. I knew you were the right man for the job. Come back and see me when the job is done.
Alright, let's get out of here. I haven't seen that dialogue in years. And even when I played this game more regularly when I was younger-ish, I would say like early 20s or so, I rarely saw it. I always skipped over it because I always just ended up going through all the fucking Missions. I almost never go to Liara first. I almost always take care of a couple side missions before I even think about going to get Liara. And I think that's where I always keep fucking up on that. Seasick. Alright. Go over here.
Liara, if your people don't need implants to use biotics, how come Asari don't use biotics more often?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
Are you kidding? To have that ability without implants and choose not to learn? I'll never understand the Asari.
That's okay, Caden. Alright. Let's go take care of some,
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
take care of some side missions here.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
You're relieved, Presley. Give me my ship back. What time is it? Almost 3 o'clock. Let's zoom out. Okay, let's go back over here to... Was it Hades Gamma or Artemis Tau? I think it was Artemis Tau, right? Yeah, Sparta. Okay, so let's take a look around. Altaia.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
We'll get to that in a bit. First, I want to survey. Survey. And go around these. Always check these rings of asteroids. There's always there it is, unknown. You can always find stuff like this. Asteroid clusters. I think it was Eldus, right? Edalus? Yeah, there we go, Edalus. Alright, let's go ahead and land. We'll take Garrus and Rex. Okay, so let's journal, squad, do some upgrading here. You can already equip that, so let's go ahead and do... Okay, looks like we're good. Okay, so this is the map of the whole fucking area that we are going to be able to explore. There's this distress signal which we're going to go to. This is the main area that we have to go to. But I'm going to not go there real quick. I'm actually going to go over to this debris real quick, pick up what's there, and then I'm going to head over here and grab whatever that is. And now we go off-road, all-terrain. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said you can, like, scale mountains. It kind of slows you down, of course, because, you know, gravity is gravity. But you can climb up most mountains with this thing. Oh, there's something over there. And sometimes there are hidden stuff, like stuff that doesn't show up on the map. Like this, you don't see anything over here, but on my mini-map you can see something. It's minerals that I can go grab. And collecting minerals on the ground like this, it's the same exact frickin' minigame as hacking. It's just stupid. I am so happy to report that collecting resources is so much easier in the next two games, although also tedious, but not as, I don't know. It's tedious, but not as tedious as this is. At least in the next two games, you don't have to worry about open world environments like this where you have to drive around in the Mako. My salvage is too low. Electronics, what? Oh wow, I guess I really am just like not good enough, huh? And Garrus doesn't even have fucking electronics. Alright, well, I guess we're just not getting that. It's usually just shit.
Securing point.
Crash probe. This might be something I need, so hold on. Fuck. Alright. We gotta go back up to the Normandy. Son of a bitch. God damn it. Alright. Don't worry, we're going back to the planet. We're just... I just gotta bring a different crew. I guess until I level up my electronics, I'm just gonna have to bring Tally along for the ride for... Not my first choice, but whatever. I guess Liara is fine. We don't really need combat strength. Biotic strength is more than enough to get you through pretty much anything. So I guess I should explain that the class, each of these characters have the classes. Like Tally here, even though it says Quarry and Mechanist here, she's basically an engineer. Like I could have been an engineer class. Liara is an adept. And Rex is a vanguard. Garrus is an infiltrator. Ashley is a soldier. And Caden is a sentinel. Which is all 6 classes. Go figure. So yeah, the game gives you... The game's, your squad mates are all 6 classes, basically. You got a soldier, sentinel, adept, engineer, infiltrator, and vanguard. Kind of neat how they did that. In the next game, they're a little bit more different. Like, there's less vanguard. There's less of a... Like, you know this is a vanguard, you know this is an engineer, you know this is an infiltrator, that sort of thing. I guess they still follow the same principle, but it's not nearly the same. Like, for example, what's his name? Jacob in the next game is a vanguard. Miranda is a sentinel. And even if they don't have all the abilities that you would normally associate with those classes. God damn it, this fucking one's difficult. God damn it, this one's really difficult. Holy shit. Oh shit, what the fuck happened there? Let's go here. Finally, got it. Okay, stimulant pack. Okay, this is fine. I don't need that, but that's fine. And now we go over here to the anomaly. I am kind of curious of, well, I'm still kind of like debating with myself, like, should I do videos for all of this? Or should I just only do videos for like the story missions? Because, I don't know. I'm going to run out of shit to talk about eventually. Like, I can't ramble on forever. Here we go. There they are. And this is a mummified Solarian. For some reason I have to hack him. I don't know why, but you do. ID tag recovered. Alright. Level up. Can't do my charm yet. That's fun. I did promise to myself to do barrier, so let's just do that. Singularity, let's do that. Quarian Mechanist, Journal, and let's go over here. More or less in that general area. I suppose it should be fine. I mean, I'm about to do what is essentially a boss fight in this game. It's more difficult than any other boss fight you'd have in the game. Because the final boss is... I don't like the final boss at all in this game. I hate fighting him because it's just super it's just as annoying as those Geth ones that I hate fighting. Alright. And there's the Thresher Maw. These are kind of like world bosses that you fight on certain areas. I mean, it's basically a fucking trimmer. A graboid. And I have gotten my ass handed to me by these things before. They're not easy to kill. Even though you fight them in the Mako all the time. Like, you don't fight them on the ground. Although I think they don't start getting more difficult until, like, later on. And if you're curious as to why these things are on... Like, you'll see these on different planets, too. So if you're curious why they're on different planets, they are able to spread their spores across in space, and they can survive in space, and they can land on different planets, and on those planets they will spawn a new Thresher Maw.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon. It appears these men were under Kahoku. He will want to know what happened here.
So this is part of the Kahoku plotline. It is actually important. I mean, you don't have to actually complete this one in this game, but it is, like, it does set up context for future events. Alright, let's continue on to the next one. I think I'm just going to do these two systems over here, and then we'll call it quits for the day. And then we'll pick it up again in the next one after that. But I will... Not that we're ending it right now, of course. I'm just letting you know that we're just going to do these two more systems, and then we'll continue on to the next one. Potavig. Fargulus. Sharija. Poralon. Got a sorry matriarch writings. Do nothing over here by the sun? Alright. Let's bring Tally, of course, and we'll bring, I guess, Ashley. Get used to this cutscene of the Mako landing, because it's gonna be, you're gonna seeing it a whole fucking lot. Alright, as you can see down the lower right hand corner, you see the level 1 hazard. If I left the Mako, nothing happens, but at like level 2 you'd start to see like a meter build up, and I think once it reaches, you know, the top, it'll basically you die. Combat armor, journal, codex, because my OCD is nuts. So I got to get to this stronghold, and I think this is where Nasana's quest line is at. But first, I'm gonna head over to this place on the right, get some. Or do I need to go to the left? Which one's closer? I think the right one is. Okay, they're like equal, far away. So let's just go. And this is more debris. This is just more stuff to collect. As I said, this game does have a collectathon thing going for it, and that can be really annoying, but it's not that difficult. If you just go to every single planet and explore all the planets and all of the asteroid belts, you're more than likely just get everything naturally. In fact, you'll probably collect more than you need to. Kinetic buffer, energizing weave, and let's go over to this anomaly back here. This is the only way I can use the fucking thruster indefinitely, is to just do this fucking thing. Don't worry about those little red marks on my mini-map down there. That's just the destination. There's a lot of enemies outside. Again, it's the Nasana's quest line. I just gotta kill all the mercenaries down there. Shouldn't be too hard because I'm in the Mako. And the Mako is the most powerful weapon at my disposal whenever I have it, so I can just murderize all of them. Oh, and I have some minerals to collect.
Heading to position.
Sorry, capsule. Matriarch writing discovered. Alright, let's go ahead and keep going. But first, let's go ahead and set this destination down. I always like to set destination markers so that I know which way I'm going on the minimap. It's just how I keep myself from getting lost. Because a lot of this terrain just fucking looks the same.
Redeploying.
Thorium deposit. Rare elements. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the... head on over to the area. I can actually see the base from here. There it is. I just gotta go from there. Over there where those blue lights are, that's probably a sniper's nest, so I gotta take out that sniper too. I think this is the Nasana quest line. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, those were sniper nests. Sniper nest, yep. Pirate sniper. Take you down. Take you down. You're not dead yet? Jesus. Go ahead, die. You die too. You die. You die, and you die. I think there's some more behind here. Yep. Alright, all that's left to do is to get inside the base and clear them out. Alright, so there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least on the first floor.
Go, go, go!
Yep, that's the thing that happened. Barrier. Barrier. Equip barrier. Alright, let's go ahead.
Now it gets fun.
Ugh, I missed the next games where you're able to just climb over walls. I mean, you can climb up there, but you can't climb over cover. Oh shit. Oh shit. There's a biotic among their ranks. A sorry slaver. Huh. Why would you enslave one of your own? That's weird. And you were the boss, apparently. Huh. That's so weird. Crate. 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 Easy decryption. Squad, I just leveled up, so I can do barrier, combat armor, mechanist, equipment, raptor, ooh, new assault rifle, I'll take that. New pistol, I'll take that. Logic arrest tool, I'll take that. And light armor, let's see what we got here. Nothing better than what I'm currently wearing. Ashley, however, can wear some new armor. Give her that. Give her that. I'll give her this shotgun. And I'll give her this assault rifle. Tally can have this shotgun, this pistol. That's the same as anything else. And that's it. Alright, let's go. And there's one last hostile up the stairs. So let's go ahead and take that. Oh, right here. Throw. Love the physics in this game.
Think we're good, Commander?
Vigil deployed.
I'm not that stupid. Okay. I guess we did get everyone. Okay. Hard decryption. Damn it. Okay, let's go ahead and give you that. Okay, that's good enough. Hard decryption. Fuck. Got it. Alright, what's this? You discover evidence that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this evidence. Oh, okay, so I killed her sister. So, Nasana lied to me. Tungsten rounds, those are pretty good against synthetics. I think that's it. Okay. And we're done on this planet. Alright, let's go to the next system, get rid of that, and then we'll head back to Nasana on the Presidium, take care of that quest line, and then we'll call it quits. So one more system to go to, one more planet to go to, I think. Not all systems have planets to go to, I think. Oh, we should probably talk to, what's his name, Kohaku, too, while we're there.
Commander, urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Oh, shit.
What do you need, Admiral?
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems.
I guess we have another thing to do while before we go back to the Citadel.
Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can't affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectre's answered the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
For those who don't know, that is the voice of Lance Henriksen. You may know him as Bishop from Aliens. He is Admiral Hackett. He's going to be one of the main characters going forward. You don't ever see his actual character model in this game. Like, you don't see him until I think the last DLC of the next game. Survey. Is that it? I don't have to go to any of these planets? Yeah, so survey, 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 survey. Yeah, I guess I don't have to go to any of these planets. All right. One last check around the ring, around this asteroid ring, belt, whatever. Nope. I guess we're done here. All right. And that was an entire star cluster. Let's go ahead and go to the local cluster, which is our home Sol system. And we'll go ahead and take care of this VI problem here. We don't need to actually go to any of these planets because this is just our home system. See, nothing really here. But everything's here. Even Pluto. That's a celestial body for some strange reason, even though it's considered a dwarf planet. Fucking scientists. I miss when Pluto was an actual planet. Now we only have 8 planets in the solar system instead of 9. With 1 dwarf planet. Fucking bullshit. Tally, of course, and probably Caden. Alright, luckily this area is, even though it's about the same size as all the others are, it's still like not that difficult to navigate, and also we can get through fairly quickly. So let's just go over here to this destination. And we're gonna get to this little area right there. That's just some debris that I gotta get to, as you saw on the map here. Oh, never mind. It's not that thing. It's this thing over here. There's the debris. CCCP Luna? CCP? What the fuck? Ah. Damn it. There we go. Alright. And here's the Alliance training ground. So we're just going to head up here. We got to take out the defense turrets that are outside the training grounds first before we can get inside the training grounds. Now, the whole reason I want to do this is because I can actually upgrade my, this. I haven't put any training into it yet, but it'll actually extend this well past this, the Marksman Sentinel. Because I can, and it gives me more options and actually give me a fucking reason to actually start putting points into it. Come on, there we go. That's one more, okay. 2 more turrets. Alright, let's go. Barrier, stasis unlocked, advanced barrier, and we'll go ahead and start putting some into... Dampening? Is dampening something I want? What's dampening do? Hacking? I never use hacking. Yeah, we'll do dampening. The more electronic abilities that she has, the better for disabling some geth. Alright, so the plan is we gotta go into each of these domes, clear them out of drones, and also destroy the computers in the inside. Shouldn't take that long. Tally, switch to shotgun. So we gotta destroy things like this, although these are not the computers that we need to destroy.
Shields down.
Get some barrier going. Oh shit, there is a rocket drone in here. Oh, I hate rocket drones. And Tally can sabotage this, so it can't fire on me now. Alright, let's get going. So the actual computer... So that's basically what I'm going to be doing in all of these areas. Clear out the drones, and then go into these 2 rooms, which all the other 2 domes are identical to this. Destroy these. Don't get too close because it'll release toxic gas if you're too close to it. As you can see, the health bars of my companions down there are green. That means they're intoxicated. Just stay there, guys. Data processing, got some codex and XP. Alright, that's 1 down.
On my way.
Alright, so... And that's basically what we gotta do. 2 more times. Take out the drones, destroy the computers in the 2 rooms, and then we complete the mission. And I guess collect any loot that we can find. I do want to like preface that this is the only game that has like in the Mass Effect game series that has like loot per se. Well, not the only one. Andromeda has loot as well, but this is the only one. Like this is of the trilogy. This is the only one that has like loot in it. The other 2 games you just collect like as you go through and do story missions. You find certain weapons and gear and shit like that. It's a lot more simplified and I think a little bit more enjoyable than this. I know some RPG purists will tell you that this is the best game of the series. I vehemently disagree with that. I think this is a good game, no 2 ways about it.
Cover me.
But I think Mass Effect 2 and 3 are significantly better games, especially Mass Effect 2. I love Mass Effect 2 a lot. Although I will admit that Mass Effect 3 has better combat.
Enemy contact.
Drones, there's only 1 left. Where are you at? Sabotage. Alright. Moving forward. No more drones. Annoyingly, every time you start destroying the computers in one of the places, it adds something new. Like the first one, it added toxic gas. This one's gonna add barriers. You don't have to actually shoot the barriers, of course. You can shoot just in the corner and it still destroys the computer. It's still annoying though. This is the annoying part, is that the barriers are put up on all the doorways too. Even the ones that aren't open yet. Just stay there, guys. Thank God for that heat sink that I got on my fucking rifle. Alright, 1 more to go, and then we upgrade up my class. From Sentinel to I think the one I want is Bastion. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one I usually pick. I think it's Bastion. Alright, and the last one.
Think we're good, Commander?
Decrypting. Fuck. Alright, there you go. Okay. Security locker. Shit. Anything over here? Nope. Oh shit. Barrier? Oh shit. Oh shit. Fucking hate those goddamn rocket drones.
Area secured.
Okay. Luckily they're all like right there at the beginning, so you can just obliterate them all in one go. If I had Liara, I could have put a singularity up and they would have been all fucked up, but I don't know why I didn't bring Liara. Oh yeah, fun fact. These are like the Geth shields that they put up. Like, you know, like those little small hexagonal shields that the Geth put up. You can't actually use them as cover. Like, you can put your back against the wall. Stay there, guys. Oh, there's more drones. Okay. Let's go ahead and put some barriers on.
Kill them all!
Overload. Overload. And overload. Alright. I think I'll save those for...
I think we got it.
Stay there, guys.
Patching you up.
Alright, a burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit heads up displays interprets it into a series of zeros and ones. 01001, blah 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 blah, whatever. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights on the final VI cluster flicker and die. Specialization class achieved. Your specialization class will replace your base class and talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses gained. Alright, so I can be a Bastion or a Medic. Medic combines tech and healing abilities to boost efficiency of your entire squad. Improve recharge time on medical abilities, improves first aid, and improves neural shock. Neural shock is really good for dealing with Krogan. It can just down a Krogan. Bastion, on the other hand, improves your biotics for defenses for opponent immobilization, which is what I'm going to be choosing. Which reduces recharge time of all biotics, improves barriers, improves stasis. And this is more useful. So let's go ahead and put medical. What's medical again? Okay, this is what activates a neural shock. I can only activate that if I do unlock this. I do gotta get more electronics though. give you more Sentinel, and you more... I guess first aid, I don't know. Oh, hold on, I want to do that. I want to give her... dampening, that's better, right? Okay.
Moving out.
So with that in mind, we're done here, and we're just going to go back to the Citadel and mop up the Nasana Dantius questline as well as the Kohaku questline as well. And then we'll just call it a day there. Gone on long enough, I guess. Alright, time to say goodbye to Seoul and go back to the Widow Cluster. We're never going to go back to Seoul again in this game, by the way. There's no reason to go back to Earth or Luna or whatever. That's not where Saren is. And it always confuses me, like, why don't... I know Earth is Earth, and probably the most well-protected place that humanity has. But I always find it strange how, like, the bad guys, like Saren and the Collectors, never go there. Okay. Liara and Rex, I guess. Squad, barrier, stasis is useful. Guess I can work on that. I mean, having her learn Overload is really good. Barrier, I guess. Get stasis. Alright.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
How much cash do I have? 40,000. Okay.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
I guess I can go talk to that one lady now. I don't think it's that bad.
Being in the city must feel good after digging through rocks at that Prothean ruin.
No, cities and stations were always my mother's area of comfort. I actually enjoy the solitude of dig sites.
I'm surprised. I've never met an Asari who didn't prefer clean clothes and a hot bath.
Okay. This chick is a fucking bitch.
Commander Shepard? Khalees had been seen in Al Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What do you want to know?
You've been given a unique position to represent our race. People want to get a sense of how you'll do that. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
Yeah, things like this is why I always prioritize, you know, charm and intimidation, all those, like, conversational things.
Spectres represent the best of every species in the galaxy. To be asked to join them is an honor.
Some have said your appointment is the Citadel throwing humans a bone. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
The Council is concerned with the needs of the whole galactic community. We're part of that community now. Our needs are on their agenda, but we're one of many.
You really do believe that, don't you? You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Actually, the Normandy was co-developed by human and Turian engineers. Its design incorporates many innovations, all of which are classified, I'm afraid.
So the Turians have knowledge of the Normandy that is being kept secret from the Alliance public? Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I wasn't aware it had been handed over to anyone. I'm in command, and last I checked, I'm human. Same goes for my crew.
Human, yes.
Mostly,
but you
I mean,
work for the Citadel
I do
now,
have 2
Commander.
aliens.
One last question, Commander.
Right
Rumors
behind me.
back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Probably the most
Don't
professional
worry,
way.
We'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
That lady's a bitch. Okay. Let's go to Presidium. Embassies.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
Open Sesame.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you. If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
I would have helped if you just told me the truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry. We have trust issues in my family.
Clearly.
Obviously.
I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard.
Basically, she just gave me a license for free.
With you.
I got credits and I got a license out of it. And the license itself has, I forget what the manufacturer is called, but they're just mainly, as she says, mods. They're just mods. I want to see if that one family's over there real quick, like, financial district. Yep, here we go.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake.
Okay.
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
And here we have, I guess, this game's version of a pro-choice argument. It's not like about aborting the baby or anything like that. This is about something else, and we'll get into that.
Can I help you with anything?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
So the underlying argument here is a pro-choice argument, although again not about abortion. It's because it's her baby, her body, her choice to undergo a certain kind of treatment that this man thinks. This is her brother-in-law, by the way. Because we'll get that.
I'm certain that she has a good.
We'll get to that in a second.
I'd like to hear both sides.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
I always go with the pro-choice part. I always let her choose.
It's Rebecca's child, Michael. I think you should honor her decision.
Damn it, she's not choosing. She's acting blindly out of grief.
And you're not?
I know you want the best for your brother's child, but this isn't your decision.
Of course it is! I'm the closest thing to a father this baby is going to have.
Then support the baby's mother. Stand with her when she makes tough decisions.
This baby is the only thing my brother... It's all I have left of him. I need to know that the baby's safe.
It's all I have left too, Michael.
I just want Jacob's child to be safe. I want to give him that much.
We will. I promise. Thank you for talking with us. I appreciate it.
That's actually one of my favorite interactions in this game. I do like the acting that the two have. Their performance is pretty good, at least in my opinion. Oh wait, I can do one more thing. I guess we're just adding shit to this whole thing. Okay.
I'm waiting, Commander. Any word on my missing men?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, Admiral. Your men were killed by a thresher moth.
A thresher moth? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
Captain Anderson said you had information.
Okay.
Not as much as I'd like to.
Let's see if this changes.
One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group, the one I sent you to find, they were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
I guess that's it then.
Me? Not right now, Shepard, but I'll let you know as soon as I find something out.
His story's not over just yet, but we're getting close.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
Sure, why not?
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
This woman is just like way too fucking nice for her own good.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked.
I mean, not that I don't appreciate it, but still.
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous.
Traffic at the Citadel
Or,
has increased by
I don't know, like,
300% in the last century. but
righteous,
traffic controller resources
noble,
haven't kept up.
pure-hearted. I don't know what else you'd
We
call
already
this
have
woman.
several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions
Ideally.
by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
Okay. It's always so weird to see idealistic journalists. Usually they're just as corrupt as politicians are. Okay, and we're going this way. Plant the bug. Alright, and go back to Emily Wong, and then report that to her, finish the quest, and then we are going to call it quits there. I know I keep saying that, but damn. I keep planning ahead like, oh, we're going to call it quits here. Oh, we're going to call it quits here. No, well, there's always more shit to do. But I think this is actually it.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
Alright. And just to make sure that we're calling it quits here, I'm just going to end it right here. Thank you all for stopping by and checking this out. I know this was a kind of a long one. It's longer than the last one, but not nearly as long as that 3-hour monstrosity I did trying to prove Saren guilty. But yeah, I had fun, and I hope you all had fun too, even though I know this is just a lot of busy work. And again, thank you all. I love y'all. Bye-bye.